Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes Tribe members. I'm Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes. And this message or reading is going to be just a little bit different. I've done this before in the past, but I feel the urge to just do channel messages. I might pull one card and go off from that. Just depends on how the energy flows through. So there could be some moments of silence, like as information is coming in. It's not as, I guess you could say, it's not as flowy as when cards are pulled, when there's like images right in front of my face, when it's just coming in without anything in front of me. I do have my handy dandy notebook and pen and stuff, and I don't know, I'm going to do whatever I feel in this one. So, which is how I usually roll, but you know what I mean. Anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. I hope you do stay. Would love it if you would. Because usually when I do channel messages prior to a reading, I'm in the energy and I'm doing it off camera. And Spirit was like, record it start to finish, like how you do it, start to finish. So that's what I'm going to do in here. I cleansed already. I didn't do that part on camera, but I burnt the Palo Santos and said my little prayer and everything. But, so that's how I start out. I don't know, is this like a how-to guide? I just heard yes. It's a how-to guide. Is it for someone that should know how to do this? Okay, because I was thinking, like, if anyone's gonna be trying to pull some BS, I definitely don't want to teach them how to do what I do. And okay, there's a lot coming in. So there's a right way. I don't know how. No, it's not even that. It's not a right way and a wrong way to do things. I mean, as long as you're doing something with love, it's fine. But we all receive messages and information from Spirit in different ways. You know, like it comes to us however it comes to us. Like the way that I receive information is completely different than you and whoever and whatever. Because it's uniquely our own thing. So if I guess if I'm showing people how I do things, because it's not, I'm not going to like go step by step. I'm just going to do it. I don't know the full reasoning because it wouldn't really show another person if they don't receive information the same way. So I guess no one could really use that as a gimmick to screw people over. Okay, now it's making me think of maybe someone's worried about that, like wondering if someone's legitimate or not, because why am I want to know how something works. Somebody wants to know how intuitive messages work, how Spirit works, how this shit happens, like where does this information come from? Like how do you know certain things about certain people, blah, blah, whatever. That's kind of a hard question to answer because Spirit it's like a download. Sometimes I just feel it. Sometimes I hear it. Sometimes I see it. It's like I get 1,000,001 different sensations. Like I don't, like information comes in so many different forms. I'll be drawn to something, or I don't know, it's just I'll literally feel it in my body. Like it'll either be an emotion I feel or a physical ailment. And when I say, oh, I just heard, usually it's my thought voice in my mind, but I do have clairaudience as well, and sometimes I really do hear noises. Like I've heard a phone ring before. I've heard buzzing, like a vibration. I've heard, someone say my name or hey, hello, say one word. I've heard a full sentence before. I've heard the ringing of a bell. It's like different things like that. Like they're just little signs. Like one time I heard this, I was like, oh, that's loud. I heard my ear and it sounded like an air horn. And this, in the reading that it showed up in, it was Judgment came out, and I was like, oh, Spirit's blowing the horn on a situation. And then later on that day when I was driving, there was this big truck. I can't remember if it was a fire truck. I think it was like just a semi or something. It blew its air horn right beside my car with my window down, and I was like, whoa, that was loud. So it's like I heard what was going to happen later in the day earlier. Like a lot of things, I might act things out and it might seem silly. And sometimes it seems silly to me because I don't know what it is. And then later in the day, it's like mini confirmations for myself. A lot of those things just pertain to me, but there are bigger messages that pertain to other people. I just like to share little things like that because it shows you what to look for in your own life as well. Because those little wins are actually big wins in the end. Okay, somebody wants to know how something works, but the energy I was feeling was like, okay, you know how on online, on TV, in certain shows, there's a lot of, medium or psychic type shows and stuff, and people always wonder if they're credible or not. I mean, if it feels right to you and messages are fitting and you're resonating with what someone's saying, then it's right for you. Because sometimes you can still get information from a phony baloney because spirit's showing you something. You'll either figure out that they're a phony, or they'll just say something and that they either didn't mean to say, or it will resonate with you and spirit wanted you to hear that one thing and it's like the rest of this is crap kind of thing. Use your discernment with people who, read tarot, who say they're psychic mediums or whatever, and that's coming from someone who does that. Use your discernment with me too, trust yourself on the information that you're receiving, like what's it mean to you. But it's making me think of, what's it called? Is it called cold reading? I think that's what it's called, where a lot of skeptics will say, okay, well, this psychic, this medium is reading someone's body language. Like they'll say something, they'll say a keyword or a symbol or whatever, and then they'll look at the person and be like, okay, well that, like, because your body language will give you cues where it's like, oh, that resonates, or, and then you'll be like, oh, maybe not that, and then go to something else. Those are cold readers. Someone who's legitimately picking up on you, they're either not around you and they still know what's going on with you, like you don't talk to them, you don't see them, there's no face-to-face. How would this person know the stuff that they're saying if you've never met them, if they're not around you? So you can't cold read someone if they're not there, you know what I mean? So that's one positive sign that somebody is legitimate, I could say. And even if they're face-to-face, because I kept hearing that message a while ago, when you close your eyes, you see best. And I do that a lot. Like sometimes I'll look up, but I'm like staring into space. I'm not even looking at anything specific. I'm just kind of, I don't know, it redirects my focus into my head or something, whether I close my eyes or look up or away or whatever. So when I do that, it's information coming in and I'm literally not looking at anything, just the wall. There's like nothing there. If somebody, like say you have a face-to-face, because this is how I do it, and I've done it with certain people, because like say someone comes over and they want me to pick up on just anything, like they don't even tell me who they want to talk to, what they want, whatever. They just say, what do you see with me? Like, you know what I mean? Because I get a lot of people that do that because it's like a test, because they don't want, I don't know, it's like they don't want to read too much into something that might not be credible. And rightfully so, because there are a lot of scammers out there. It's hard to trust people in today's age, basically. But I've done this multiple times where I'll hold an object, or I'll grab your hand. Actually, one of my son's friends, that's how I picked up on stuff with him before I ever knew him. He had come over and I didn't know a damn thing about him. He's the one where his mother passed away this year. Well, years ago, I think the kid was 5 years old. His little brother, his 5-year-old brother, died in a house fire, and I didn't know. And I picked up on that. I picked up on him. I said, he's around, and I felt scared, but he just went to sleep. I felt like how he passed, he didn't really suffer. It was actually relatively quick. So he didn't like burn alive or anything. It was smoke inhalation, and it basically put him to sleep. There was a lot of coughing and choking, and there was fear there. And that is the truth of the matter. But he's in a better place now, and I picked up on that. And it kind of freaked him out because he was like, I didn't even tell you. And I think he looked at my son like, did you tell your mom like about this? And nobody had told me. And I also picked up on another brother, it's like a half brother or something, who was around the age of 14, 15, you know, like teenage years. And that person wasn't passed because I said that that little boy was around him and another brother. And he goes, oh yeah, I have another brother. And he told me who it was. I can't remember now. And I was like, oh, well, he's around him too. So I just picked up on that by holding his hand. But I was looking into it because that's what he wanted. So, you know, if I'm just holding your hand and we're just walking along and whatever, I'm not going to pick up on your whole life, you know, because that's not my intention. I'm not in the zone to do it unless you have a bad intention, and then spirit will definitely show me. But that's kind of what I do. I'll get your energy. It just makes it clearer. It's a clearer connection for me. But even so, when I'm doing that, a lot of times you'll notice that I close my eyes because I'm just concentrating. So I'm not looking at your body language. I'm not, or I'll look away from you. Like I don't watch the person that I'm reading. Because I don't like to have not just distractions, but I don't like to have information either. When I do personal readings and stuff, like for anyone, whether I know you or not, if you, it's okay to ask questions, you know, like these are the questions I have, or sometimes I'll get people, I'll be like, just general, whatever spirit says. I love stuff like that because I don't want to know about your life. I don't want to know anything before I read. I want to do the reading so it's completely un unaffected, I guess. That's not the word I'm looking for. But anyways, I don't want to be swayed by something that someone says. Because you know how sometimes you could be like, well, someone's like, if somebody wants to know about their relationship with another person, whether they're with them or not, and they've told me, like, so and so cheated, they did this, they did that. Those things are going to stay in my mind because I'm human. And it's like, I don't want to be drawn to what somebody says. I just want to be able to pick it up if spirit wants you to know. And I don't want to focus on whatever someone was telling me. That's why, you know, give me confirmation after the reading all you want. I love to hear about it, but not beforehand. If a reader or anyone like that asks a lot of questions, they're not legitimate. Okay, someone must really want to know that stuff. I had no intention sitting down here besides doing a channel message, just saying. So anyways, let's see. The first thing, I did write something down before I hit record because I started singing Unchained Melody. I feel like if there was any restrictions going on for someone, for you or anyone else around you, like if you felt chained down, stuck, tied to a situation, whatever, those chains have broken. You're a free birdie now. You're no longer a little jailbird. I'm not saying anyone was in jail, but that feeling of being confined and restricted and not free flowing, that's a thing of the past. Because I feel like you're just going with the flow, which is amazing. But the part of the song that I started singing was, I hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. So there's someone in this energy who misses you. Even if you've never been intimate with them, you've never dated them or anything like that, for some of you, it is someone that, you know, they're missing what they once had. And then for others, it could be multiple people. And then for others, there's someone who's just your secret admirer. They've been pining over you or just looking at you for a minute, you know what I mean? And there's that yearning energy, like I don't know, I almost feel like I want to rip someone's clothes off, but it's not just passionate, it's I just want to be around you. I just heard, I love it when you touch me. Like, even in like the simplest ways, because what I saw in my mind when I heard that was like holding someone's hand. or just, whatever. Like it doesn't feel romantic. It doesn't feel like sensual. It's just, you can feel people's energies when they're around, and when someone touches you, sometimes it can give you that like magnetic feeling, and somebody likes that a lot. They like your touch, just because of who you are, because you're so sweet. Someone's really sweet. Okay. I'm going to pull a card because that's what I heard in my head. So let's see what card we get, and we'll go off from that. I just heard this hurts so much. This hurts so much. Someone's in a lot of pain. Either being away from you and not being connected to you hurts so much. There's that, but there's something. Someone's going through something. This hurts so much. Someone's dealing with the loss of someone, or just an ending of some kind. This hurts so much. It's like I don't even know how to talk about it. It just hurts so much. Someone's in like a constant level of pain. For some of you, there is someone who's in like a constant level of physical pain, and they're used to it. Like they've had it for like ever. So it's just kind of like, yeah, my back always hurts. This always hurts. Like their pain threshold is pretty high because they're used to being in some sort of pain. But there's emotional pain here for someone. Like they either due to a death, the past, whatever it is, there's like some type of, it hurts. I don't want to think about it, is what I just heard. It hurts so much I don't want to think about it. So whatever happened to somebody, or whatever this loss is, they should talk about it. They should get it out. They should face it, but it's really hard. This person doesn't want to. Like it hurts. I feel like I want to start crying, but it's like my eyes are welling up, but I'm trying to not. Like this person probably doesn't like to cry. Sometimes crying makes you feel better. If you're embarrassed by shedding a tear, do it in private. This person does cry privately. And I do feel like they've cried over you as well. This isn't something they'd admit, but they have. Because I miss you. This person's cried over you. Okay. So if you think that they're just cold-hearted and just left your life, and they don't think about certain things, they don't miss you or whatever they do, this person, they do care. There's a lot of factors at play, is what I just heard. So it's like, it's external factors and internal. So there's some internal chop in there within someone that makes it hard for them to move forward. Because when I feel happy about something, like, oh, I'm going to do this, then that depressed, sad energy kind of overrides it, and it's like, no, I shouldn't. Because I feel like, yes, I should, and then, well, what if this happens or that happens, or I don't know, someone thinks too damn much. They definitely need to get out of their head. I'll use one of these cards. They need to get out of their head. Yeah, someone's dealing with something. But I do feel like this person really wants to talk to you. Yeah, I just heard, oh yeah, I do. They have a lot that they want to say. They just don't know where to begin. They're very attracted to you. They're very drawn to you. It's like magnets. There's a sense of magnetism here. I just heard you're like a good luck charm. So maybe somebody feels that way about you, or you feel that way about them. No, I have a good luck charm. There's a good luck. Someone might be superstitious, but there's like a good luck charm. There's something that maybe you gave it to this person, or they got it somewhere down the line. But no matter what it is, there's an object. Somebody has an object, and they consider it lucky. Like when I hold it, I feel lucky. Like this has brought me good luck or something. No matter where it came from. It's an object. It's kind of small. It's a small object. It's making me think of like a rabbit's foot, where it's like my lucky rabbit's foot. Some of you could have one of those, but that's like a symbol for like a good luck charm, something that makes somebody feel comfortable and safe and lucky. Could be anything. Could be a crystal, could be something somebody gifted them, something they found, something they've had for a long time. There's a good luck charm in here. Because that charm is not a person, it's an object that somebody has had for at least a few years, if not a lot longer. So something significant to do with that. Wildness, electricity. Electricity could be significant, but there is that sense of magnetism. Like, that's what I was feeling with, like, I love it when you touch me. Like, that it's like feeling your vibration. It sends like an electrical impulse through this person or through the both of you. That's what I was thinking of. It's so funny that this came out. Wildness. Exploring the wildness from within. So it's like becoming your true self and showing others what you're made of. Like, okay, you have this desire, this urge to do whatever. Like, I don't know, there's a side of someone that they don't show people. It's like everyone thinks I'm this way. Like, this is me over here. Everyone thinks that I do whatever. But they're actually, this person's actually extremely different than how people perceive them, because they're a very private person. So they keep that fun, free, silly side of themselves to themselves. Maybe some people who are really close to them might see that, but the generalized public wouldn't see this side of this person. And even if it's not like comical, like someone's funny or whatever, it could be the softer side of this person. Like, it's making me think of, like, for example, with my son, it's something like this. Like, all his friends and anyone around or whatever, they perceive him in one way because of how he presents himself. He's very quiet. He only does what he wants to do. Like, he's very stubborn. But he's still fun to be around. He's funny. Like, they all think that and whatever. But they don't see the sensitive side of him. You know what I mean? Like, when he's upset, when they've seen his anger, just saying. Yeah, because when he gets a little pissy pants, yeah, he definitely has a temper. But anyways, regardless of that, they don't see the softer side. They don't see, all the hugs and the love and the sweet gestures and when he's emotional. Like, he keeps that to himself privately because he doesn't like to cry. I mean, a lot of men are like that. A lot of people are, because I was like that too. I don't care now. But I used to punish myself over that. Like, don't cry. And I just let it flow now. So it's like, why bottle that shit in? I feel a lot better when I do let it out if I need to. But that's like the point I'm making with this person, whoever it is. Everyone knows them this way, but they only show a specific someone or specific people the softer side of themselves. Because no one needs to see that. Like, it's not their fucking business. Like, that's what it feels like. This person's worried about things being taken from them. So this could be coming from someone who, has worked hard. I don't know if it's their entire life or not, but I feel like a hard worker where I worked hard for the things that I have and I don't have much. Because it's like every time, I don't know, people could take things from this person. So if they were married, someone could have taken, their ex could have taken half their crap. Or when they were dating, they lose a lot of stuff whenever they're with someone. It's like, oh, I had this and then it disappeared because of my ex, or, whatever, or because I moved, I forgot it, I left it somewhere. But it feels like someone taking things, and they're worried about that. Like, I don't want to work my ass off and attain all of this, whatever it is, attain this, that, and whatever, and have somebody just swoop in and fuck it up for me and take it away. I don't know, this person doesn't really have much anyways. So they do appreciate the things that they do have. But they strive for more. So this doesn't feel greedy. This feels like, I'm okay with having the bare minimum. I'm okay with that. But yes, I aspire to have more. And this person's working towards that. Whoever they are, and that's really amazing. Somebody could be going to school. They're either learning a new trade or whatever. I don't know if this is a school age like child, like someone in elementary school, middle school, high school, whatever. This feels like an adult who's going back to school. They're learning a trade. They could be learning to be an electrician because we have electricity here. But regardless of that, it's making me think of the trade, like trades, journeymen, stuff like that. Like it's something specific that they're learning or that they learned. They're learning. Something to do with an apprenticeship. I don't know if somebody's apprenticing right now or if that's what they're going to be doing. Or if it's kind of like a mixed bag. Gemini and Virgo are significant. Somebody's just allowing something to happen. They're allowing the energies to just flow through them. So if you're a spiritualist or anything like that, if you pick up on energies with people, spirit, whatever, you're just allowing it to flow through you. Instead of restricting it, it's just flowing through, which is that's kind of what has to happen when you want to get accurate messages, because if you don't allow the energy to flow, like if it comes in and you just stew on it, you're going to get it wrong. So it's almost like, okay, this comes in, just say it and let it go. Just say it and let it go. Like that's kind of what it feels like. So somebody might need to say something and just let it go. Like that's when you can let it go, is once you speak up. But I don't know, I'm allowing the energy to flow through. You would think that lightning would be painful. Someone could have gotten struck by lightning as well. I just heard a close call, so there's someone who dealt with a close call, like they were like, holy shit, I almost got struck by that fucking thing. But I also feel, wait a minute, what is this? Lightning. Okay, I got a few things floating in my head, one thing at a time. Something from the past. It's from someone's past. Because I'm in a vehicle. I feel like I'm in a vehicle, which is the safest place. This is what someone's telling me, like in a thunderstorm, in a lightning storm, whatever, the safest place is in a vehicle because it grounds out or something because of the it's an insulator. Your tires are like an insulator, they're rubber. It's the safest place to get in a vehicle. I don't know if I'm at a lake. I don't know where I am. Because I feel like, all right, get in the car, it's the safest place. And we're running to the car. So maybe somebody did that and they were just waiting out the storm. I want to say there was hail as well. So this could have been like a pretty hefty storm with high winds and stuff. That could be a memory for someone. Because I don't feel like that's coming up. It has something to do with lightning striking and stuff. I don't know. I feel scared. So I don't know if this is when someone was a kid or not. I don't know. I just keep hearing that. The car is the safest place. The car is the safest place. So whatever that means to you. Okay. I just heard don't go there. Don't go where? Don't go there? Somebody doesn't want you to go somewhere, or maybe you have a feeling that you shouldn't go to a specific place. No, someone's telling someone not to go somewhere. Don't go there. It doesn't feel like don't even go there. It feels like don't go to someone's house. Don't go to this location. Don't go wherever the hell. Don't go somewhere. Don't go there. And now I'm touching the card. Something to do with lightning. Don't go there. Energy. Energy or electricity. Don't go there. Now I'm waiting. Well, if somebody wants you to visit or go somewhere and you get a pit in your stomach, don't go. Like if you get an off feeling. I don't feel like anything bad's gonna happen. Like I don't feel like this person's gonna physically harm you or anything like that. That's not what this feels like. It just feels like you could avoid some heartbreak and pain if you just let go of this situation. That doesn't feel like romantically though. This feels like something else. Has to do with a man. So it could be a family member or a friend or something. Don't go there. Don't even don't go somewhere. It's an older man. I just want to keep going. Do, 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 do. Look at this. Look what I got. Somebody might dangle a carrot. They might be like, oh, look what I got. I got something for you. I don't know. It's like a trap. It's a trick. Like, don't listen to your intuition with this older man, whoever it is. Is this like a pervert person? No. Because I was thinking, like, is this like some perv trying to lure a child in? No, thank God, because I don't want to pick up on that crap. Just saying. Unless a parent legit needs to know. So if any of that BS shows up in a message, it's so that the adults in a situation can be aware of problematic someone's. But that's not this. But no, this person isn't a pedo. Thank God, right? I just heard I'd beat his fucking face in if he was. So someone definitely is passionate about that. There could also be a lie about that pertaining to someone. Like pointing the finger at someone saying they did something to a minor and they didn't. Yeah, whatever that is in fact a lie. That's not... Whoever was being accused of doing something like that, they didn't do it. Even if they do a lot of bad things in their life, even if they don't make the best choices, they're not a pedophile. Whoever they are. But anyways. What was I saying? Like the don't go there thing. Doesn't matter. I just heard it doesn't matter, I'm not going there anyway, so it doesn't matter. Whatever that is, but... Stay away from this old dude, this older dude. I keep doing this. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm on the phone. I'm scrolling. I'm looking through things. I'm either going back through messages. Someone's going back through messages. They're going over prior messages. And if they're not doing it right now, they might do it later. Like, oh, that's what someone said. Because there's a specific conversation that's important. Someone's reviewing messages or they're looking through photos. I'm looking through a device or my phone like, oh, yeah. But I feel like I'm looking back and then I'm going to sit there and go, okay, yeah, oh, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Somebody's looking back on something. They're trying to find something. Somebody's going back, trying to find something. They might be trying to find a video, a reading, a message, a picture, something. Going back. I'm going to find that fucking thing. I will find it. Someone's going to find something. They're looking for something. On a device. It feels like a phone. I will find it. They know what they're looking for, though. Whoever this is, they know exactly what they're looking for because they either saved it themselves or I don't know, whatever it is. It's either online or in their device, and they're going through things. They're going back like, I'm going to find that fucking thing. I know it's in here somewhere. Like, that's what that feels like. 369, damn real fine. Suck it to you one more time, get low. I don't know why, but the number 3, 6, and 9 could be significant. TikTok could also be significant, but I feel like something's building up momentum. For some of you, there could be someone whose blinker is going to go out as well. Their blinker bulb needs to be changed, or they need some blinker fluid. Someone might need to change their blinker bulb, and it'd be a rear blinker, I believe. That's what it feels like. Symbols. The number 3 could be significant. You see a lot more than you think you do. I just heard I read that all wrong. There's a message. There's a specific message that someone sent someone. It could be a text message, because there's misunderstandings here. Like, when you look at something from a skewed view, from your own perspective, if you're upset, angry, if it's at that person or another person, sometimes someone might not mean anything bad, and then you read it because you're in that mindset and you're like, well, fuck you too. Like, that's kind of what this feels like. But somebody's reviewing a message, they're looking back going, oh, so-and-so didn't mean it like that. They meant it like this. Like, what the... I don't know, because I feel sorry. I feel like a dumbass for reading something wrong. Somebody read something wrong. They got mad over something, but they shouldn't have, because there's no reason to get mad. Somebody got mad over nothing. Because they read something wrong. I want to pull one of these, and then I'm going to go... Somebody read something wrong. They could have relayed a message incorrectly to another person as well, because, like, you know when you come across something, sometimes you see somebody else's text messages or DMs or whatever, something private. Somebody saw a message that was a private message between you and another person. They could have only seen one as well. It doesn't mean they read all of your messages. Like, because sometimes things pop up, or, like, for example, if you share a cloud with somebody, because I have talked about Apple and clouds and stuff like that being significant, but Google does, like, a cloud type thing as well. But regardless, the shared devices, they're all connected to one thing. Sometimes, like, if you have that, it's almost like somebody else being on a different device, and because it's connected to the same cloud, they read a message that was saved to your cloud because it's on all the devices. It's either something like that happened, and it's kind of what it feels like, or somebody just came across it. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'm going through everything. Somebody saw something, but they misinterpreted it. They read it wrong because they didn't know the context. They didn't know, I don't know, it was taken out of context, whatever it was. And they're realizing it. There's a realization. We have the mask thingies. I don't know what the hell they're called, but it's like the 3 fates is what it makes me think of. It's something that's confusing. Because the face is like, look, there's a side profile there. Then there's one there. But then you do that and it's like forward facing. It's like, what is this? It's like a funhouse effect. Somebody could have messed with you because they misread something. They didn't understand something. And I don't know, a mess was created because of a lack of understanding. I just heard you should have known. You should have known better than that. Because whoever, I don't know, I feel like there's someone here who would never do something to like intentionally hurt another person, like, and they've proved that time and time again. Like, they're not a vicious individual. I'm not saying that they've never gotten mad and hurt someone unintentionally, but whoever this is that was, I guess, quote unquote targeted, they're misjudged. Whoever was misjudged, they're not a cruel person. They don't cause harm intentionally to anyone. So that's probably where the you should have known. Like, you should have known better. You should have known this person wasn't doing that or wouldn't do that. You should have fucking known. Someone should have known. Whoever I'm talking about who was targeted, I guess, in whatever way, or shunned or whatever, they're not two-faced. But there is someone in this energy who is. Actually, I don't even feel like they're two-faced. I feel like they're whatever they need to be with whoever's around. And their motives are always hidden. Because they always have a motive. You don't have to hide your motives if you don't fucking have one. You know what I mean? It's just like the truth is always easy to share because you don't even have to think about it. It's the fucking truth. If you lie, you have to keep up with your lies. Someone's lies are coming out because their story always changes. Because they can't keep up with their lies. They don't know who they told what to. It's like, oh, I said this story to this person, this story to that person, this one to this one. Shit, which one's which and who the hell did I say it to? Did I tell this story to this one too? No, I don't. Fuck. That's what happens when you lie. You really have to think about it. Someone's getting caught up in their BS because instead of just sticking to the one lie, they tweaked it with a bunch of people who don't remember who they said it to, and someone's getting caught because their story's changing. Could be within a relationship, an ex of yours, current partner, or family. A family member. I just heard I should have just kept my fucking mouth shut. I should have just kept my mouth shut. So whatever someone lied about, they're wishing they never even said anything. Like, I shouldn't even have said it. I shouldn't even have made up a story. I should have just zipped the lip and not said a fucking thing. But they did. So, whoops. That's pretty much what I have for this message. There's a lot more to come. The energy is shifting and you can feel it. Like, I don't know if this person or these people or whatever are going to approach you because I feel a conversation coming up. Like, somebody does have something to say. For some of you, it could be a Capricorn. Not necessarily. The letter L and M are significant. I don't know if it's initials or whatever. L and M. Or whatever. Somebody has something to say. I just heard don't go there again. Somebody has something to say. Somebody doesn't want somebody to say something. Because this doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel like a warning, like, stay away from someone. No, it's a scare tactic. So there could be a scare tactic here. Someone might be trying to deter someone from saying something, doing something, from moving forward. Somebody's trying to stop a man from doing something. I want to keep him in this little box. Okay, what the hell? Is that electricity or is that math? Because now I'm seeing... No, that's like the periodic table. Something to do with science or chemistry. Something to do with the periodic table. The letter N. Is that nitrogen? I mean, there's nitrogen, there's other ones too. I don't know. What the fuck would that be? Maybe someone's in chemistry class or they're learning stuff like that. Something to do with the periodic table. Chemicals and reactions, chemical reactions. Because that's what that looked like to me. Huh. Anyways, someone must be learning something in school. But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.